Hi, welcome to the next session on SAP data migration. In this we'll see some detail about the LSMW. LSMW stands for Legacy System Migration Workbench. It is a workbench for data migration, and LSMW is the first choice in data migration project. It can be used by both the functional consultant as well as technical consultant. It provides 4 different methods for migration. It can be used with any database. But first, the data need to be downloaded into text file, and then text file as per SAP formats are uploaded in SAP. As we can see from this image, on the left hand side we can have any SAP or non-SAP system, but LSMW cannot talk directly to the non-SAP system or SAP system. It requires a text file as input. So what we do, from the source system we download data into a text file. If the text file is as per SAP format, it is directly uploaded into the LSMW, or if the downloaded file from the source system is not as per SAP format, then first we have to convert that file into SAP readable format, and then we can upload it into the LSMW. T code for LSMW is same LSMW. On the initial screen we can see project, sub-project and the object. It is better to follow some naming convention. Suppose you are doing a migration for the project, so you can follow the naming convention as material master, and if you are uploading material, then give the material. Second, in the same module we might upload the master data vendor, so we can follow proper naming convention. Then it will be easy for search in future. In the next step, after giving the project ID, sub-project on the initial screen, we can see there are 14 different steps. The first 6 steps are known as the design part, in which we design the system, and the remaining part 8 points are just execution, like the reading data, converting into internal format, etc. So from the design point of view, first 5 points are important. So we have to select the first one, that is maintain object attribute, and we have to click on execute button. So the next screen we can see inside the LSMW deployed 4 methods, 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is the standard batch input. Second is the batch input recording. Third is BAPI method, and the fourth one is ad hoc. So we can use any of the 4 method, any one of the 4 method. So what is the standard batch input or direct input method? In the direct input method, SAP provides the predefined objects, methods with the program attached to it. It is given only for the standard transaction like material master, vendor master, custom master, etc. We can see the list of objects when we click on F4 on the object list. It requires basic SAP table knowledge and structure knowledge, and the complete knowledge of the transaction code for which we want to migrate. Suppose if you have transferred the material master, then we should know how the MM01 is used in our system. If you want to migrate the customer data, then we have to know the functionality of the T code XT01. So what are the advantages of direct input method? It is well tested by SAP and easy to process. But along with this, what are the disadvantages? It is not supported for all the transition, especially for the enjoy transition like ME21N, NIGO, etc. Second is the batch input recording, which is a very popular tool of LSMW. The main advantage of batch input recording is this can be used by both the functional consultant as well as technical consultant. And also the batch input recording can be used for standard transaction code as well as for the custom transaction code if we have the model pool program. So we can do the batch recording for custom transaction also. The BDC programming, the recording method does not require a programming knowledge. Very basic table knowledge is required. In this method, we actually record each screen of the transaction code. And then we make a text file. We do the mapping with the text file and the recorded field. But compared to the BDC direct input method, BDC is little slow because for every transaction code it called the screens. So what are the other advantage? This can be used for both standard and custom transaction. It is easy to modify and it can be run in the foreground mode as well as in the background mode. No programming language is required. So batch input recording of the LSMW is the most powerful, and mostly this method is used by the consultant. Third is the BAPI, which stands for Business Application Programming Interface. BAPIs are well-tested function model provided by SAP. SAP gives the guarantees of integrity of your database for anything updated in the using BAPI. BAPI are well-tested models which are created using the object builder. So here we have to select the business object which we want to process, the corresponding method, whether we want to create, change, etc. What are the advantages of BAPI? BAPI are very fast compared to other methods. It is available for most of the enjoy transaction also, like purchase order creation, sales order creation, MIGO, etc. For that we can use the BAPI. But what are the disadvantages of BAPI also? BAPI are not available for all the transaction. It requires good web knowledge, and we cannot use for the custom transaction because for custom transaction we generally does not create the BAPI. The fourth one is IDOC, which stands for Intermediate Document. Here IDOC works only as a receiver system because the sender is a flat file. The advantage of IDOC method is it is easy to load, low programming language required. We can check data anytime in W02, and if any errors are there, we can reprocess using BD87. But along with advantage, what are the disadvantage of IDOC? We require a good knowledge of IDOC configuration and complete receiver side configuration to be done. So this is all about the four methods of LSMW. So finally we can summarize as the advantage of LSMW: flexibility to use different methods, can be used for both technical and the functional consultant, migration possible with any database as the final input method will be the file. What are disadvantages? It is very difficult to debug a LSMW, and we cannot do the complex coding to perform any validation, to perform any default value based on the condition. So this is all about the LSMW. In the next, we'll see about the BDC and the BAPI methods. Thank you.